Kitakubu.
Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another Fake Grand Order video. So, we're back with another servant review video. Again, this is supposed to be a video that was supposed to release like 2 weeks ago because, you know, summer event and stuff like that. But again, I was super busy during that period, so I'm releasing these videos now. So, UDK Barghest Archer swimsuit Barghest, the sexiest swimsuit servant from this year, I believe at least. And the reason why is because, I mean, she has one of the best made outfits in the game, and an amazing third ascension, and her final art. But anyways, UDK Barghest Archer. Let's go ahead and look at her stats, skills, and I'll let you guys know what I think about her. So, UDK Barghest. Honestly, looking at her stats, they're not bad, they're not horrible, they're definitely in the mid-range in my opinion, so not too bad there. Star absorption 153, MP charge on attack 0.41, star generation 7.9, and of course MP charge defense 3%. That's, you know, normal. And then we have 2 quicks, 2 arts, and a buster. Arts and quick does 4 hits, buster does 3, and the extra does 5. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out there. She is a arts type servant, so yeah, she's gonna be basically gaining a lot of MP. She can definitely do some looping, and what's also really cool is that she actually has 2 different MPs, AoE and single target, so you can use her for either or, which is really awesome. But let's go ahead and look at her skills first. So first skill, so a lot of stuff here. Increase own attack for 3 turns, 20 to 30%, increase critical damage for 3 turns, 30 to 50%. So already right there you're gonna get the MP refund. Grant self weakling protection buff for 3 turns. Weakling protection recovers party's HP by 500 when doing normal attacks, and if an ally is 3-star or lower rarity is alive on the battlefield, they'll get increased 20% for 3 turns on attack and gain 10 critical stars every turn for 3 turns. So basically, you know, if you want to bring in a random 3-star, you can, but there are some 3-star supports that support arts type servants, Hohenheim, Juhu, etc. So this is actually pretty nice to see. I actually like that she supports low rarity servants. It allows you to bring low rarity servants because, you know, low rarity servants don't really get a lot of shine, especially if they're not that great. So yeah, this is awesome. You can basically use a bunch of 3-star supports now when it comes to using Barghest. Then we have the second skill. It charges on MP gauge 20 to 30%, grants party invincibility except self for 1 turn, and then it recovers party HP except self 2,000 to 3,000, and reduces party skill cooldown except self by 1. So yeah, again, this helps out the party a lot. If you bring in you know, again, a 3-star support, helps them get their skills up, protects them. So yeah, this is honestly a really nice support skill for Barghest. And then third skill, increase own MP damage for 3 turns, 20 to 30%, and this is optional. Changes own MP damage type from AoE to single for 3 turns, and grants self super large trait for 3 turns. So the reason why she has the super large trait is because her MP allows her to become super huge. But yeah, MP type, you can change it to AoE or single, which is really awesome. And yeah, if you want to loop with her, or you want to just focus on single target enemies, then yeah, you can go either or with Barghest here. But I mean, just looking at her stats, very solid. It's nothing like, oh my god, it's so broken or anything like that. I mean, they're just very solid, you know, percentages. I would honestly, I would be super surprised if they gave her a super high percentage, but this is honestly, I think, is very solid. She's a 4-star, a very popular servant, and yeah, I think this makes her pretty solid. Then we have passives: magic resistance C, mad enhancement C, fairy knight E, increase on critical damage against enemies with mana attribute, which there are quite a lot in this game. And then thundercloud eater A, charges own MP gauge by 5% every turn, helps out with the looping. And then but that's on a burning battlefield though, unfortunately, and there's not really a lot of burning battlefields when it comes to normal quests, but usually events and like main story, there are some kind of burning battlefield, so if you want to use her during then, why not? and then grant self burn and spread of fire debuff immunity on burning battlefields. So again, burning battlefields. The reason why this is on her trait is because, or her passive is because she has this MP that she's like, you know, taking out wildfires basically. So yeah, this some kind of lore stuff. But third append skill is against rulers, so that's nice and everything. But MP, so again, she has AoE and single. Let's talk about the AoE first. Deals damage to all enemies, remove their offensive buff, so that's really awesome. Gets rid of the crits, the quick buffs, buster buff, attack ups, etc. Anything that is an offensive buff, get rid of that, and then remove their burn and spread of fire status. That's the merit. But again, it doesn't really matter because there aren't that many stages that inflict burns, and you're most likely not going to get this unless you're on that burning battlefield. So yeah, that's honestly nothing to worry about. And then the single and the overcharge effect is increase art's performance for 1 turn that activates first, so definitely you want to MP up her so that you can get that increase art's performance. And then the single, same thing with the overcharge, increase art's performance. Basically everything's basically the same, honestly. It's just like this, it becomes single or it becomes AoE. But the damage output definitely different, as you can see. 450 for AoE at MP1, 900% at MP1, but she does, you know, really good damage with her MP. So you can definitely use her as a boss killer for single target runs or AoE runs. So yeah, Barghest can do both, which is awesome. And again, she can loop, which is really awesome. And she's just very sexy and popular. But yeah, Barghest I think is a very solid servant. If I remember correctly, she actually, you can compare her to Arteria Archer swimsuit single target. I mean, it's probably not as much as Saber Archer, but I think it's about the same if I'm not mistaken. So she's definitely on par with Saber Archer. So if you don't have Saber Archer and you have Barghest, use Barghest. I mean, Barghest can do both. Saber Archer can't do both. She can only single target. So yeah, again, I think it's really awesome that we have an archer that can change, you know, MPs. I feel like they should start doing this for all servants, to be really honest with you, but I think it'd be a lot of work to do that. But I really like how they're giving servants this, like, oh, you know, let's go ahead and give this servant both AoE and single target. You can switch it up kind of thing. So very unique, I think, and definitely a great servant in my opinion. But yeah, that's basically going to be about it. Barghest, definitely a very solid servant. It's really hard to say exactly where she is on the tier list, but because of, you know, 4-star, 5-star comparison and stuff like that. But I do think, again, if she can do damage like Scortoria, then, you know, she's pretty high up there in my opinion when it comes to single target. AoE, I mean, there are a bunch of AoE servants in this game that are great, but yeah, I think Barghest is all around. I think she's great and definitely a must roll next time she comes back. So yeah, Barghest is great.